always going to bring up the dates real quick because I like to do that because I'm a mother professional. Let's
I
see.
didn't want to take the time to look up shit after I already listened to all of it and watched a few live videos.
Yeah.
Is it the same lineup on both?
The thing about Ministry is
Or the same lineup?
it's kind of, yeah, here, hold on. I typed in Psalm 69, but it actually gave me the Bible verses. The lineup, so the original lineup was, the main two was Al Jourgensen, the singer and creator and all that, and Paul Barker, the engineer, the bassist, and both of them did everything from like the first, with Sympathy, I'd have to look up.
Because
I know.
I was texting you about it because Amy Mann was in the original lineup.
Yeah, the original lineup was
And that was
with
pre-albums, right? Or was she on the first record?
Let me see.
Because she was
Ministry.
in a band called Till Tuesday, and they had a big hit like towards the end of the 80s called Voices Carry.
Okay.
And it goes, hush, hush.
Here we go.
Voices
Amy.
carry.
Holy cow. The first. So Al Jorgensen, well, he was Elaine Jorgensen the first two albums, and that's when he had a fake British accent. The first album is all pop. It's like new wave and synth pop.
Which even,
I fucking love it.
Which even the Mind is a Terrible Thing to Taste or whatever, the first one we listened to, he's got a couple of songs where he's British.
Yeah. There's
and
definitely,
I make note of it.
There's definitely still some of that going on. So With Sympathy's the first album from 82. And then Twitch.
This is when there's still like new wave synth pop.
Yeah. So the first one is new wave synth pop, and then the second one gets it gets like
a little bit darker.
EBM, electro industrial dance, new wave. Yeah, it's like kind of darker industrial dance music.
Okay.
And then the third one, The Land of Rape and Honey, that one is more, they're starting to transition into that Mine is a Terrible Thing to Taste sound. He's still got the fake British thing going on, I think, but it's a little heavier, like more guitar. And then, which Twitch looks like it was, like all albums will say Al Jourgensen, Paul Barker, well, from Land of Rape and Honey onward, and then additional personnel. And then like the 2000s
is when they kind of
it's more of a band.
Into a thing.
Yeah.
But I saw like Joey Jordanson was in for like 2006 or something.
Oh man, like the lineups have been, it'd be crazy to keep track of, but it's
I saw Tommy Victor from Prong and Danzig was in it.
Yeah.
I saw him live. He's badass, dude.
Yeah, I love Prong, man.
Yeah,
and they were cool. But anyways, yeah, it's definitely a whole, like, if you're into that, like, I definitely recommend the first album. And Al Jourgensen, he goes on record say he fucking hates it. He never wanted to do it, but he got paid to do it, and they wanted him to have fake British accent. Like, he disregards.
Money talks and bullshit walks, man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And then Twitch, that one's kind of there. They don't really do a lot of those tracks anymore. But anyways, Land of Rape and Honey is kind of where they start morphing into Ministry.
Gotcha.
And then, yeah, of course, I have the M tattooed on my arm. But
yes, which is I mean, since I've known you, I've known this is one of your favorite bands, and I've heard some of their songs before, but I wouldn't be able. I mean, you could pick this out of a crowd because it is very different from all.
Very different, yeah. It's not easily.
However, I do want to preface this entire thing by saying my notes are somewhat small because I know you're going to talk a lot more about the musical side of it.
Yeah.
Also, mine is a lot of it sounds like this and this.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So I just want to let everybody know there's a lot going on in these tracks. So,
there's
both albums. So it's like if I would have to sit here for like a week straight and just listen to nothing but this to break it down.
Yeah.
And of course, I waited till the last minute. So
it's a lot. Well, it's all right. That's what I do too. So it always makes me feel like I jeopardize the quality of the episode because I do it last minute, even if it's 3 weeks out. Yeah, whatever. It's all right. So Mine is a Terrible Thing to Taste came out November 14th, 1989, and Psalm 69, The Way to Succeed and the Way to Suck Eggs, came out July 14th, 1992.
And you can tell the difference between the 80s and the 90s on these.
Yeah, it's funny because The Land of Rape and Honey, then Mine is a Terrible Thing to Taste, then Psalm 69, they all, like, it's literally a trio of transition. Like, it grows to the next album and then the next album. And then Filth Pig after Psalm 69 is like Psalm 69, but more slower and like sludgy. Like it's very sludgy industrial. But it was pretty rough time for the drug addiction. But I've read Al Jourgensen's biography. I own it. I love it. I want to read it again because like he became like one of my idols. I don't know. I love like he's an interesting dude.
It's weird how like music figures do that. It doesn't matter like what they do, but you know, it's. I'll say this too, I don't want to give away like my notes, but I will say this: you can definitely tell. He's very brilliant, like musically. He had, even though this kind of music isn't like
it's not complex,
it's not what I would listen to,
right?
Like even like you said, complex. Comparing him to like Robert Smith, he's not a wordsmith by any means. But musically, wow, dude, like
the things they can come up with. Anyways, okay, so the first two tracks pit two of the biggest singles against each other. Thieves from Mind is a Terrible Thing to Taste, and NWO from Psalm 69.
New World Order.
New World Order. Thieves, one of my favorites and one of their big ones. So much going on. Chainsaw speed guitars, samples, distorted vocals, less than usual, but it's there. The distorted vocals. The beat drop at "Get up, get on your feet" is so badass, especially live. I just love that. The intro and then "Get up, do 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 do." I want to see him live so bad. I've always wondered if that is a drill noise or what, the going on throughout the song, or it's a Duke Nukem door opening sound, even though Duke Nukem didn't exist back then. But it reminds me of
Duke
like
Nukem.
It's like that's what I was wondering, if Duke Nukem got the sound from them. Thrashy industrial at its finest, and the lead into heavier ministry. That's Thieves. And but that is one of my favorite songs. Limp Bizkit will sometimes open their sets with it, and I love Wes Borland, so it's okay, and it's a good hype.
Out of Limp Bizkit, he's the cool one.
Wes Borland's the shit, man. I like it, and John Otto's a killer drummer too. Obviously, everybody doesn't like Fred Durst, but and then we got
I wonder NWO. Why.
I wonder why. Yeah, Red Cap gets a rap from its critics. NWO from Psalm 69. This would be the ministry song. So much going on, so heavy, so political. I love this song. A track about the Illuminati and George Bush and all that good stuff. The first album to feature Mike Scatia on the credits, whom would stick with them until he passed in 2012. He was like really good friends with Al Jourgensen, and he's known for like, he didn't do a lot of these songs, but he was on the record, but he's known for his like he's fast on guitar.
So on those tracks, when you hear that, that's it.
There's only one on Psalm 69 that he did, and I think it was TV2.
Okay,
that he was credited on.
That's the track that I was going to ask you about who that was, because that's insane.
Yeah, I think that's Mike Scatia. Yeah.
Okay.
Bass thuds the same notes, do, but keeps the groove going. Guitar plays just a one, I mean, it's easy. Plays the 1-0 riff with it and complements the chorus. Al's vocals here are dope. Weird guitar solo sample, and then George Bush Sr. says, "A new world order." The solo sample. Like by the end of NWO, you're like, "Oh my god, what is going on right now?" Like it gets fucking crazy.
I sent you a GIF saying, "What is going on?"
Yeah. It's
and
pretty
you're
wild,
like, you must be listening.
Yeah, because
dude, I was like,
pretty weird.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And that being like kind of like their big Jesus Built My Hot Rod is probably their number one single.
Yeah, that's the one that I paid attention to that had a video.
Yeah, the videos. Wow, wee wah.
Weird.
Anyways, NWO is cool, but like, you know, the whole song, like I've listened to that one too many times, and it's not mastered loud enough. I want it louder. So, anyways, that's my notes.
All right. Thieves, cool pulp fiction vibe. A very different sound for me. Lots of stuff going on. Like if early Metallica went industrial with a hip hop fusion. That's my notes on that one.
It does have all these have hip hop elements.
Yeah,
too. And one song in particular, especially. What happened? You got froze for a second. Okay, there we go.
You froze for a second. Okay.
Okay, we both did. Yeah.
All right. NWO. We are definitely not in the 80s anymore. You can feel a huge difference in the overall vibe in the first track. Way heavier, packs a punch. You still have a lot going on, but seems to be more of your core instruments involved, being your guitars, bass, drums. Not so much
synths and samples and all that shit happening. Yeah. There's a lot happening. Hey, before we pick, I have to piss really bad. I can't think straight, so I'll be right back.
Okay, well, I'll just vibe, I guess.
Vibe out, man. Vibe out.
By the way, if you were wondering how you could support the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe, like, ring the bell notification, share to all your friends on social media, sign up for the Patreon. That's how you can help fund this channel. If you want more, we gotta make some doing it. Oh yeah. That's how you make the money. Patreon.com/heelsandquads. Also, High Noon, if you want to sponsor the show, email us at heelsandquads@gmail.com. We're vibing. Leave I had to rip a piss.
I tried to push it out as fast as I could. That was a lot.
And you know we had to rip a piss.
Oh, anyways, yeah, so I wish I would say more about these two songs because I love both of them. Like, they're very near and dear to my heart because they're two songs that made me fall in love with the band.
Right.
This is a tough one to choose between the two, and I'll probably need a little help on it.
Okay. Hey, before you do that, you want to take over so I can go piss?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that'll work. I'll talk about the songs, actually.
I did Patreon, subscribe, like, comment, share, all that.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So anyways, these songs, yeah, they're two that, like, obviously being two big hits of theirs, they're two that I heard first. Like, it was Jesus Built My Hot Rod, then NWO, then probably Thieves, something like that. And I was kind of jumping all over the place when I first discovered the band. Actually, you know what? I'll show my tattoo as well. Their 2000s logo brought the M, the Anarchy M there. Kind of looks better if my arm is not stretched. But anyways, there's just so many layers and so many samples, and like the next track, Just One Fix on Psalm 69 has, like, I watched the keyboardist break down how he played. They play it all live. It's live sampled. And the keyboardist, he plays kind of some of the samples from the background of Just One Fix. And it's like, oh, wow. Like, I knew that was there, but you don't hear it. But if it's gone, you notice it's gone. So anyways, I was talking about some of the samples and how layered it is, but
so many layers on these songs.
It's pretty crazy. I think with this, I have to lean more towards NWO just because, well, the title, New World Order. It's about the Illuminati. Thieves.
New World Order.
New. It's been paid for by Ministry and the NWO, George Bush Sr. Thieves, like, these two are, I mean, it could be 0.5 and 0.5 for me, honestly. Like, this is interchangeable here. And
well, if you want, we can do 0.5, 0.5, and then come back at the end.
Let's do that. Yeah, let's keep it at 0.5, 0.5 for now. 0.5 and point.
Because going in, I would have picked NWO, but yeah, I also didn't know these were like their two best songs or two most well-known songs.
Two big ones. Yeah.
So I don't want to like put any pressure on either one. And I liked both of them. Honestly.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I actually liked both of these albums.
I didn't want to send you on too weird of a musical journey, but
it's not my cup of tea, but I was like, I'll get to it later on in my notes.
All right. Burning Inside from The Mind is a Terrible Thing to Taste. Pretty sure it's a song about addiction. Love the samples on the intro. Like slowly come. Love the samples on the intro. Then we get that fast chromatic riff. A bit more distortion with some other effects on Al's voice, almost making it have a phlegmy sound to it. It's like a flangey, chorusy sound, something like that. I love this track. Maybe it seems like it's a single because I've heard it so many times being at the start of the record, but it is played on a lot of live sets as well. Back in the day, not so much anymore. Now they kind of play a lot of they play still their 90s stuff, but a lot of the 2000s stuff live. And that's my notes for Burning Inside. Burning Inside! And then Just One Fix. This is another one of their big ones for sure, like top 5 on Spotify. A song about drugs. Classic Mike Scatia speed riff, but he didn't write it, ? I kind of like figured that out as I was writing it, but like he kind of made the riff the shit playing it live, you know, like he was very a big part of Ministry moving forward. Maybe I just remember watching him play it so many times in live videos. Another of the big hits here, every live set, it has to be played. Easy thrash riff, but so many layers make it is what it is. Oh yeah, and then I had a little reminder, like I watched the keyboardist who's currently with them and plays live. Like they live sample everything, so their keyboardist is like he plays them along with the song where they need to be. And anyways, there's like at the start of the song, you can kind of hear a dude like moaning or screaming or something like, oh. Well, anyways, he plays the samples one time in this video, and you're like, oh my God, that plays in the background the whole time. But if it's not there, you'd be like, something's missing from the song.
Right.
You know, it's so weird how like, it's not like it's music, it's just samples, but that's what makes industrial fun. It's like they just sample shit.
Like we said it already 1,000 times. There's a lot going on.
A lot going on. Anyways, that's my notes. Just One Fix is a killer song. I used to listen to it when I would be going to get stuff. So anyways, there you go.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Burning Inside sounds like it would be on the soundtrack to RoboCop or Cobra before the guitar kicks in. White Zombie meets Motorhead. Weird.
Ooh,
you said Flemmy, right?
Flemmy Killmister.
An underwater adventure? His vocals sound like it's almost underwater.
Yeah. Just one fix.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's got that. It's kind of that phlegmy sound.
Yeah,
like in Burning Inside. It's almost the same.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, almost the same effects, man.
Yeah,
like it sounds very similar.
Just One Fix. Ah! Notice that right off the bat.
Yeah.
Whoa, love this guitar sound. Very heavy, early 90s fucking killer sound. That's all my notes for that one. That was one I actually, you could tell I enjoyed it because I didn't type much.
Did you do Burning Inside?
Yeah. That was the RoboCop
gotcha.
Cobra soundtrack with the White Zombie Motorhead sound.
Gotcha. Okay.
As soon as you said Flemmy, my eyes lit up.
Because you were like, oh yeah, there we go. That's funny. We wrote the same thing. I gotta go Just One Fix because it's just a badass song. Burning Inside's a cool song too, but Just One Fix is like it's one of the Ministry songs. Like you have to hear it. And Sepultura's covered it. Some other bands have covered it. It's a killer track.
It seems like A Mind Is a Terrible Thing to Taste is very 80s. Well, I mean, it's 89, but it's on the tail end of the 80s. But it's very 80s, like movie soundtrack.
Yeah, like, very much.
Montage scene.
Score.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it definitely fits in that category for sure because
action move like you could like I said Cobra like
ambience,
Stallone movie.
Yeah. So anyways, I'll give it to Just One Fix on that one.
And it's gonna recur throughout my notes on this record. I like compare it to like different movies and shit. So
yeah, that's cool.
Be prepared.
That's what we're doing.
Be prepared.
Never Believe from Minus to Everything Taste. It has a very frantic feel to it when it starts. Love the riff. Chris Connolly on vocals here, and Chris Connolly does vocals on Never Believe and Cannibal Song. He's one of the guys that was just kind of floating in and out of the band for years.
That ties into the whole British thing. Because I thought it was Al, and it's not.
He's a different. No, that's all right. That's all right. Hey, how many times have I said these things? You know, it's a different guy, Chris Connolly. He's been in and out of many bands. Like if you look at his Wikipedia, it's just like projects he's worked with, and there's a list of shit. Revolting Cocks, he's a big part of that, which is a side project of Al's. They're pretty cool. Anyways, Chris Connolly on vocals here of himself fame. Yeah, you have to check out Revco, man. They're pretty sweet. Chris Connolly of himself fame. I wrote that as a joke. Just a long, weird song about not believing. Hard to tell what the lyrics are about because they're really fucked up while making... Oh, because they were really fucked up while making this, yeah. So I believe, if I remember correctly, the story on A Mind is a Terrible Thing Taste from his biography was they got their money from the record company and then used it all on like PCP and then recorded the whole album like on PCP, heroin, all the drugs, you know. But
which like makes sense since it was an underwater adventure. The last song they got it to get wet.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It was that. I think it was that MD. He said MDA.
I almost texted you when I said it makes me feel like I'm on drugs. I almost said it almost makes me feel like I'm on PCP.
PCP. Yeah. It's fucking... The Mind is terrible. I mean, listen to the title, the name of the title.
Yeah.
Like they're fucked up. TV2, which this is a four-part quadrilogy. I don't know. Series. Mike Scatia and his fast strumming on guitar.
Heels and quadrilogy.
Quadrilogy. I believe this is part 2 of 4, but I don't know where the first one is, and I can't remember. It's on one of those first 3 albums, I think, or first 4. It's part 1 or 2 of the TV series. It's a sweet jam. The other TV songs aren't so much song structured like this one. Connect the goddamn dots. Connect the goddamn dots. There's some other. They're just weird noises and shit in the other ones. Like I think TV4 was on their 2013 album. But anyways, yeah, it's a cool track. Yeah, that's that. That's my notes.
Never Believe. This one sounds like a Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat menu theme.
Yeah.
Metal Sex Pistols meets Danny Elfman. Very Anarchy in the UK, blended with Beetlejuice. Cool guitar solo though. And then TV2, static TV with channels changing and then aggressive speed. Holy shit, man, this is fucking intense. Connect the goddamn dots.
Yeah, he wrote it down.
Chainsaw question mark.
Yeah. Oh man. And I'm sure there's like layers of guitar samples and shit in it too, like played along with it.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. It's a tough one because I don't dislike Never Believe, but
I like TV2 if it helps any.
I like TV2 better than that. Yeah.
Connect the goddamn dots.
Connect the goddamn dots. Yeah. Okay. Cannibal Song. A fly buzzing. The fly buzzing sample is pretty cool. Love the bass line as well. It was one of the first ones I learned when I got a bass. Chris Connolly returns for vocals. Squealing rats or something in the background. I was listening to that. Like I had it turned up real loud and hearing that. It was something weird. All the samples have so many layers you don't even know how deep it goes. Definitely a song you zone out on drugs to. Chris is just wailing for no reason. I do like the song though. These songs are, and then I never finished my notes, but he's like, I don't know what he's saying, but you know.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's kind of how it was. Hero. One I haven't heard a ton. Usually a skipper for me, not intentionally. Unfortunately, it's pretty sick. Thrashy AF. The hey during the chorus gives the vocals that anthem-y feel. Feels like less samples are layered on synth here too. A pretty normal track. Jams. That's my notes on that one. I like Cannibal Song a lot too here. So,
all right, Cannibal Song. The bass mixed here seems very new wavy, tech noir kind of beating on the flaming barrels in an alley. Musically very visual, very different from what we usually cover. And then Hero. Oh shit! There we go. Man, this album has a whole different vibe. Speed, aggression, in your face. Thrashy, as you would say. They definitely have something going on here. Being 5 and 92, my mind would have fucking exploded here. A sweet ass guitar solo.
Yeah, the solo too.
Yeah, it's killer.
I forget about so is that your notes?
Yeah.
I forget about the solo and Hero. That I kind of, like I said, I haven't listened to that one a ton because a lot of times I skip around on this album to the ones I really like. But the whole album is pretty good.
Which is surprising that you would skip that one because that was a pretty good track.
Yeah, man. I don't know why I never really gave it the chance it needed.
Maybe you weren't looking for a hero when you listened to it.
I need a hero to save me. Knock on fire.
Yeah.
Chad Kroger. Hero featuring Chad Kroger. This is kind of tough because the Cannibal song is one I really like. It's the bass line and the fly buzzing noise and just the whole, like the way you described it was perfect. Like the beating on the drums in an alley and like, I don't know, something about this song.
That's just that industrial vibe I get. It's like, it seems like they're just beating on like barrels and kegs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
This is a bit of a tough one because I don't want goddamn dots. I don't want to not give it to Cannibal Song because I've liked that song a long time. But Hero, I feel like I found a new favorite. I really like. I feel like I found a hero.
I need a hero.
I'm gonna give it to Hero. Let's give it to Hero. You like Hero, I like Hero. It's good. Cannibal Song's just got a vibe, man.
It's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. Anyways, okay. Breathe versus Jesus Built My Hot Rod. This intro live at In Case You Didn't Feel Like Showing Up is pretty dope because there's two drummers and they kind of start out and they go doof, 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 and there's like a fence on stage and then Al comes out and he's like, breathe. Anyways, Al returns on vocals. Probably some anti-government meaning here. Song kind of has a chorus. The song kind of has a chorus.
Yeah.
Another of my favorites from the album, though, maybe because I love the live version. Breathe, you fucker, breathe. Repetitive, but I can weave through traffic doing 80 to it all day.
Not in St. Louis County, though.
Not in St. Louis County, though, because I would get pulled over by Gin Blossom. Jesus Built My Hot Rod. Yeah.
I'll follow you down.
Jesus Built My Hot Rod. Gibby Haynes of Butthole Surfers fame does the vocals here. Yeah. Only song not to have Al on vocals on this album. My first Ministry song I ever heard. Yet another fast, thrashy riff, a bit different from the previous album. However, Mind laid the groundwork for the 90s albums and future Ministry. Overall, a kick-ass track with that weird Ministry and Butthole twist on it. I think this is actually interchangeable with NWO as far as like their number one hit goes. Also, fun fact about Gibby Haynes, there's a story in Al's book about how Gibby smoked crack by the boatload. And he said one time they were smoking so much crack in the hotel room that it was like seeping out from under the hotel room door into the hallway. Like he said, he smoked a lot of fucking crack. So that kind of crack. Yeah. So anyways, fun Gibby Haynes story.
Good.
That's my notes. Yep.
Okay. Breathe. Whoa. This song is wild. Metal Duran doing track for Miami Vice. So much going on here. Again, there's my line.
Yeah.
One had to listen. Wait, what? I had to listen to more than once. This is the first one I had to listen to more than once.
Okay.
Very stimulating. My favorite so far.
I like it.
Jesus Built My Hot Rod. Talking intro is fucking funny. Whatever he says about ding-a-ling-a-ling,
ding-a-ling-lang, my ding-a-dong, ding-dong. I found out that Jesus was an architect before he was in his previous career. Like, yeah.
I said, it's the metal surfing bird. Oh, well, a bird. Bird's a word. Oh, well, a bird.
It totally is, yeah.
Industrial rockabilly, if you will. Another ripping solo.
Yeah, this one's got a ripping solo too. Yep. See, this is a tough one because, like you said, I fucking love Breathe. It's one of my favorite songs. And Jesus Built My Hot Rod is the first one I heard, but Jesus Built My Hot Rod is not in my regular rotation of ministry songs. I like it. It's a great song, but
it's cool. It's different. I like Breathe better.
I'm going to give it to Breathe because also we gave NWO kind of the advantage at the start, and I can't have both singles just automatically win in here because I love all their songs.
We're not singles guys.
Yeah, and Breathe is, it's just I love it, and the live one is just fun to watch. But
I don't think I watched the Breathe live one. I'll have to check that one out.
Watch that one in case you didn't feel like showing up. They open with it, so that's why it's the long drum intro. Gotcha. But anyways, Jesus Built My Hot Rod. The intro is really funny too.
Like, it's hilarious, dude.
I found out that this rock thing was
ding dong ding dong ding dong.
My ding a dang dong, my ding along.
Dude, I laughed so fucking hard at that.
Ding a dang dong, ding along ling long. Anyways, all right. So what versus Scarecrow? This is tough one.
Confused with So Fucking What?
So Fucking What? So What? Another great live track where everybody is wandering around on stage, and you'll notice that if you ever get
this one. I did see it.
Yeah. There's a lot of people just hanging out on stage. Also, one of my favorites. Lots of folks involved in this one, vocal wise. Assassin is from Scarface, the sample. Bassline is one I learned when I first got bass. I mean, that's just do 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 do. That's such a cool fucking bass.
Taking it for a little bit of a walk.
Taking it for a walk, man. We're bass walk guys.
Yeah, we like to walk them.
Speaking of, did yours come in or did you order it? You ordered it, right?
Ordering it on Thursday.
Okay, cool. Bassline is one I learned when I first got a bass, along with the Cannibal song. The song is loaded with samples. And then I noted the lyric, ain't all fuck fest, thrill Olympics, so what?
I thought I heard anal fuck fest.
Yeah, I've always wondered what he said, and I figured it out. I think today was the first time I looked.
That one I had to go back a couple of times, and I'm like,
ain't all fuck fest. Yeah. Is he saying anal fuck? No, there's nothing wrong with an anal fuck fest. Everybody loves it. Scarecrow. On my first ever listen to this album, I fell in love with this track. Might be one of the main reasons I got into ministry. I love the evil feel to it. It has some sort of scarecrow analogy, but maybe it's just about an actual scarecrow. It's just a total jam, bassy enough, sweet, simple guitar rhythm, and that I put the 1-3 beat on drums. Do-do, 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 do-do. Yeah, I fucking love Scarecrow, man. It was one of the songs that made me fall in love with the band. So what, though?
I think I might have an idea of why you like Scarecrow when I get to it.
Do it.
All right. But not Scarecrow. Back it up.
So what?
So what? Again, tribal drumming. That's that Hungry Like a Wolf Duran Duran thing I was talking about in the song before. Cool, faint, squealing guitar. You might have to have earbuds in to hear it or headphones, but there's a really faint.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you were talking about like the little
not the lick, like the
thing. Okay, yeah.
Gotcha. A lot going on again. Definitely picking up on the musical abilities here a bit more. The singing of So What, followed by the So What on what sounds like a megaphone, is a cool touch.
Yeah.
And then Scarecrow. Hang on.
Yeah.
Break the walls down. Haha, just kidding. But that's the gist of the intro. Definitely could have been used as a wrestler's intro song. Maybe Ministry Undertaker would have been a cool one for this.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
Very ominous.
It is, man. It is an ominous song. I love the song. Here's the problem. I love Scarecrow, but So What is such a staple in their catalog that I almost feel like I have to give it to So What, and we haven't given Mine Is a Terrible Thing to Taste a whole lot of love.
I like So What.
I like So What, and I love Scarecrow so much, but you know what? I'm giving it to So What because that bass line's cool.
And it's your pick, so you make the final decision.
Well, that's right. And the little guitar, the harmonics that blend in with the bass and the whole lyrics, anal fuck fest. I mean, who doesn't love an anal fuck fest, you know? So, Anyways, yeah, cool. All right. Test versus, I think it is Test. Test versus Psalm 69. Test. This is an odd one, a mix of their previous albums, hip hop, and the usual ministry feel as we know now. The slogan God. Tommy Boyski does the vocals here. The slogan
sounds like a
God.
fake name I would come up with for myself.
Tommy Boyski.
The next show, that's going to be my name.
Tommy Boyski, yeah. The slogan God. Definitely not my favorite track, but it's okay to groove to. Test. I don't know. I'm not feeling Test. 69. Takes a bit to get off the ground, but it pays off. In the intro, I can't tell what the girl is saying, but then there's the praise Jesus, that guy. And then the lyrics to this track, like, if you're a religious person, cool, man. You do that's fine. I'm not hating on it.
Your choice.
This song is not one you should listen to if you are a big follower of God. Because
I was like, my mom would hate this song.
Yeah, like here's one of the lyrics, for instance. So cover your ears if you don't want to hear it. But
Mom, he wants it for me if you're listening.
He wants you to suck on the Holy Ghost and suck the sins of man. He wants you to suck on the Holy Ghost and suck the sins of man. And then
I heard that and I was like, yeah,
the lyrics are. I like it because they're very clever how they're put together as an anti-religious thing.
Well, it doesn't even matter if you are if you're musically, capable of like separating things.
Yeah.
A smart music line, or even if it's just for the sake of rhyming, you shouldn't have to confuse with what you believe in or whatever. It's just words. At the end of the day, it's just words.
Well, and that's the thing, man. So, like, they have a song called Antifa from their Americant album in 2015 or 16. Not the best album, but I like it. Anyways, like, people a lot of times hate the political opinions of him, but it's like, dude, he just makes songs, man. Like, that's like Slayer. Like, oh my God, Tom Araya is a Christian, like the music is for someone who needs that song. And I'm going to say this is probably his belief as far as religion goes, but you don't listen to it.
Blackie Lawless from Wasp, a Christian.
Yeah.
Has a song called Animal Fuck Like a Beast.
Yeah. Striper, devil worshippers, but I'm just kidding. Anyways, I didn't finish my notes.
Honestly.
Clearly about religion being toxic at times. This is another of my favorites off the album. The lyrics are really clever, but don't listen if you are a big follower. Total jam, though. Would recommend 10 out of 10. I love the track, man. I mean, I just, if it's not
Would you
your
say
thing,
it's bussin' or disgusting?
Oh, it's bussin', but it's clean. Not dirty bussin'. Anyways. Your notes. Cool.
Test. Seriously, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, this one
is when I texted you.
Yeah.
It's weird, but like in a good way. Like, I Hate Myself for Loving You, Joan Jett, meets the Humpty Dance, but yet sticking the industrial sound that spans the whole record. Psalm 69. Feel like a huge Hans Zimmer score for a summer blockbuster. Drum slow down, guitar comes in and kicks you in the teeth. Killer track.
And it's a cool, the guitar and the song is a great.
I only said 69 multiple times for the clickbait.
69. Anyway, Psalm 69 wins this by a landslide because I don't really like Test.
Okay.
If it was Test's theme song, I would like it,
but
it's not. So, anyways. All right. Faith Collapsing. And so I kind of forgot, but the final two songs on Psalm 69 are instrumentals.
Mm-hmm.
And, one's an instrumental, the other one's just a bunch of noise.
Right.
So by default, these last two songs on Mind are going to take the win.
Okay.
I think. Okay. Anyways, Faith Collapsing.
Well, let's go through our notes because I didn't type them out to waste them.
So. Yeah. I'm not saying, no.
Don't waste my fucking time.
Faith collapsing. We return to
connect the goddamn dots.
Connect the goddamn dots. Connect the goddamn dots. We return to the high ministry shenanigans, and I say high as in like high, baked, whatever. Thick bass from Paul Barker. The song was inspired by a sample from Fahrenheit 451, and they built it from there. Another of these tracks that just kind of plays while Al wanders around on stage. Although I haven't seen this one live. I haven't seen this one's live footage personally. I'm sure it exists. It's a groovy bass line though. And then the instrumental that is
some really good bass playing on these albums, by the way.
Yeah. Corrosion. Instrumental. Lots happening in there, but no lyrics. Heavy as fuck. I love the break in music where the arpeggiated bass, the buzz bass sound. Siren / alarm again from NWO. Less sustained than NWO. That's what siren, alarm sound again. Less sustained from NWO. Cool track. Connect the goddamn dots.
Faith collapsing. This is what I used to promote it on Instagram. Wild sound. Weird and wild, wacky stuff. Man, this one might be my favorite. I don't know. I may have to do a deep dive on this band. Obviously, it's not like, woo, I'm here to party and have fun, but the kind of music that makes you think and visualize what you're hearing.
Very much so. I like that. That's a great way to put.
See, even music. Stuff I don't know. Like, I can find positives in everything.
You're just fucking good, man.
Corrosion. More of a throwback to the last record. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But definitely a step back for me personally, minus the speed. Very aggressive.
Yeah. So, spoiler alert, like, obviously, Faith Collapsing wins, but it is also, I think, a better track. Like, instrumentally, Corrosion's cool. You know, it's heavy.
Corrosion could have been on the last record at the end.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it fits in totally. But yeah, I give it to Faith Collapsing. It's a sweet track, man. It's one that it's kind of like Hero. Like, I've heard it because I've listened to the album a lot, but it's one that I'm like, by the end of the album, I've kind of heard a lot, and then this one comes. Anyways, it's a cool track. You just kind of have to single it out and listen to it, you know. All right, the last tracks: Dream Song versus Grace. Dream Song. Lots of sounds going on here, everywhere on the record. Actually, the Nightmare on Elm Street song that never made the soundtrack. It features that metal clanging noise, known very well with the industrial metal, and even coins the phrase for me personally. Some sampled whispers and a Bulgarian choir. Not the usual banger to end the album, but this isn't a normal album. And then for Grace, I literally just wrote lots of noise. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Dream Song. Nightmare on Elm Street meets The Fly.
Nice. Nightmare on Elm Street.
This time, maybe we have drumming on flaming barrels in a lab in the boiler room.
Fuck yeah.
Grace. Closers for Ministry through 2 records seem to be the most what the fuck moments on the records. A lot of different sounds. And the panning of the screams make me feel like I'm losing my mind a little bit. Wild track. Should have been used on the Terminator 2 soundtrack.
Yeah, the panning thing is pretty cool. It does make you feel like you're going crazy a little bit.
I was like, I had to take one earbud out. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, where's the other scream coming from? But then I noticed they were just panning. It's pretty cool.
So, yeah.
But I do like Dream Song better because it sounds like it should have been on Nightmare on Elm Street.
Well, sir, we have we have 4.5 and 4.5. So this is where we're at a crossroads.
All right.
NWO and Thieves.
We should have known. And hey, we built suspense.
We did build suspense.
We're long-term storytelling here.
Well, yeah, unintentional. We're just so good we do it unintentionally.
Right. This happened with the Kiss records as well.
It did. Yeah.
And another one. There's been a couple we've had to come back and break a tie.
I'll have to do a Maiden thing again.
Metallica, I think we had to break a tie.
Maybe it was Metallica because we did Ride the Lightning and Kill 'Em. We did Ride the Lightning and Master Puppets. Yeah. And I think we had to break a tie on there too.
And I'm pretty sure Ride the Lightning won that one.
This one, and I know we need to take it home. We're running over time here. So obviously I could switch and say Scarecrow wins, and that would give a win. I could switch and say Cannibal Song wins over Hero, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this where I think NWO. I don't know.
I think it's the right thing to do.
I think NWO wins.
I think it's the right thing to do, man.
I think NWO.
Foot for life.
Foot. Yeah, by 1 point. Because here's the thing. Thieves is one. If I need to get hyped the fuck up, I listen to Thieves. But if I want to just listen to some music,
chill,
I listen to NWO. And I love every sound in the song. And same with Thieves. It's so hard for me because if this was a different day.
And in no way are you saying you dislike the song.
Yeah, it's just that
you need to pick a winner.
I need Psalm 69, I think, to win this. For the defining Ministry album.
I think of the two records, it's better.
Yeah. I think, well, yes, and that's true. If we look at it as a whole, I think it's better minus the last two tracks being just kind of weird instrumentals. Whereas the last two tracks on Mine is a Terrible Thing to Taste are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But Mind as a precursor to Psalm 69. Psalm 69 was built from this.
And it's split. There's a live record in between, right?
Yeah, in case you didn't feel like showing up. Yep.
Okay.
That's the one with Burning Inside, Breathe.
That's the one they did a video for.
Yeah. Okay. It's like an hour and a half. It's all on YouTube. Yeah. Yep. And they play a lot of Land, Rape, and Honey on there. Anyway, Psalm 69 takes the win. Kind of naturally, but Mine is a Terrible Thing to Taste is one of my favorite albums of theirs. So it's really, it's tough. But anyways, that was our taste of Ministry.
What did you think? And I'm gonna be honest. Didn't think I was gonna enjoy it all. First couple of minutes, I was like, I don't know, I'm not really vibing this. But then the more I actually listen and just quit being a fucking snob about it, I was like, this is actually kind of fucking cool, man. So thanks for showing them to me.
Yeah, hey.
It's pretty cool stuff. I do want to go back and listen to other shit. And,
you just let me know what just I can give you recommendations.
I'll do a deep dive.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Definitely check out the first album too, because it's funny how
I want to do that because I like new wave shit.
Me too. Yeah, I love new wave.
So any 80s hits that aren't by big bands, I love.